60 frames per second. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. This looks wild. All right, we have about 40-ish minutes to work out, then eat, then go to the groundlings, all in one. Let's make it happen. Not supposed to be running today, but I might do a light jog just to get the blood flow moving. It's windy. It's windy out. Oh boy. Oh boy. Done, 2 miles. Peep the stats. Check them out. That pace would be difficult to maintain for 27 miles, but hey, maybe that's a mindset, you know? Maybe I should just be sprinting these. I got 10 minutes. 10 minutes to knock this out. So there's no time to wait. How do you like this angle? Does it feel intimate? Does it feel personal? Because it should. Soup crack. Get my soup crack on. Soup crack. Tomato soup with a little bit of sourdough bread. I'm doing this thing where I'm not allowing myself to watch TV unless it's with someone else. Optimizing my time. So here we are. Now we're just looking at each other. See you in the car. What's going on? As promised, in the car. There's a Rolls Royce in front of me. How about that? Driving through Beverly Hills again. Per usual, as you know. I haven't been able to shake the heaviness from last night, and I might get stuck in this intersection. And I wanted to talk about it. I actually want to talk about a different time in my life. When I was 16, I was incredibly depressed. So much so to the point where I wanted to all three at once, or at least one of them to get the job done. I told a very close friend of mine that I was going to do it. That's the depth that it got to. And the reason I want to illustrate this particularly is how powerful the mind is. So during that time when I was incredibly depressed, my body reflected what my mind believed about myself. So I hated myself, you know, and it got to the point where my back started to hurt so bad I couldn't even walk. Like I couldn't get out of bed. You know, I'm a 16-year-old young man. Rolls Royce, get it together. And to my recollection, I went to doctors for this. I did all the crazy hard tests. Even like the worst pain I've ever felt in my life was when I did a nerve test and they stuck this needle in the crux of my foot, and I would have to flex into it and flex away from it. Hurt so bad. I still recall this pain. It's definitely up there, top 2 pains I've ever felt. I think you know where I'm going with this in regards to how I believe the mind can impact things if it's able to do so much damage. Rodeo Drive, everybody. Look at it go. Yum. And that's true. Our mind is incredibly powerful. It can do incredible things when we believe things with incredible faith and strength. They can impact and persuade how we behave and how our body changes and all those things. And that's part of what I want to say. But on the flip side of it also is that when things suck, and things kind of suck right now, speaking personally here, my hand's in the air. Whose life sucks here? Like, you ever been in a sermon? You ever been in church when they're like, whose life sucks? My hand's up. It's like, all right, pastor, chill out. My smoking hot wife here in the front. Tone it down, pastor. The flip side of things is you have to experience the downside because that's where the growth occurs. It's in the uncomfortable, it's in the discomfort, and it sucks during it. And I definitely, in a perfect world, I wish I could have learned the lessons I needed to learn without having to go through such a depressed stage of my life. But at the same time, there's phases in our lives where we need to feel those things in order to know that we're growing. And I also want to mention another thing, that feelings, I think sometimes, or at least our cultural approach to feelings, is to neglect them and not to go into them. My hand's raised. But really how I view feelings a lot of times is it's more about alignment. Your feelings are telling you where you are in some sort of alignment. Like when you're angry, that's obviously you telling yourself something is wrong, someone is wronging me in some way, and I am having, this angry reaction. It's like a tell to yourself. So when I'm feeling this presence of heaviness of sorts, really I'm feeling a sense of burden, like a sense of weight. It's a tell that priorities aren't aligned or things aren't working out. And it's like, yeah, these are all things that help spawn you to take a corrective action. That's kind of how feelings work, at least in my mind. So if you're going through something like that, 1, I resonate with you, but 2, know that probably means you're growing. And the purpose of life outside of pursuing God, there's almost a second pursuit of growth. Our whole lives is just a mere set of progression. It's a set of circumstances that progress us as people. It's growth. That's it. That's the secondary thing. So, all right, leave you to it. I'm going through Beverly Hills, so I need to stay strapped with attention.